This video is to demonstrate how to hand stitch the hem of a dress. To prepare, we've already ironed up the hem that we want, and I've also inserted some pins to kind of help hold the layers together as we go around. You're going to need some thread in a color that coordinates as invisibly as possible with your fabric. You're going to need a needle, and you're going to need a little pair of scissors. Thread the needle, and then double up the thread, about an arm's length of it, and then cut it right there and make a knot at the end. And you're going to find your needle and start at one of the seams. I'm going to remove my pin and then bring the needle through the fold of the hem right there. And when I say the fold, I mean the one that's furthest away from the bottom hem of the skirt, so this fold. And then you bring the needle through so that the knot is hidden inside. See? It's hidden inside. Okay, so now we can begin. I'm going to rotate the fabric like this. And then the first stitch I'm going to make is just a little stitch through the seam allowance only. Just a little stitch, 1/8 of an inch. And then we're going to bring it all the way through. All right, next stitch, I'm going to bring it back over here, and I'm going to put the needle right through the center of that fold underneath. So the needle at this point is underneath that fold, and then I'm going to bring it back up through the fold about a 1/2 inch further up. Now, right where I see that thread coming out, I'm going to make a tiny little stitch. And so this stitch is going to show on the outside, but since we're using thread that blends with the outside of the fabric, you're barely going to be able to notice it. So I made a tiny little stitch right there, so you can't even see it there. And then immediately I'm going to bring the needle back through the fold, right to the left there. And then I'm going to bring it through underneath that fold, about another 1/2 inch, and then bring it back up. Pull it all the way through, and then prepare for your next little stitch. Right there where that thread's coming out, I'm going to do my tiny stitch through the outer fabric. And then come back through the fold immediately to the left. And then bring the needle under the fold about 1/2 inch and back up. And that's it. You just go all the way around like that, pulling the thread as you go. And so on the inside, you see some significant gaps as you go along. That's okay. That's enough to hold that hem in place. And on the outside, you have these tiny little stitches that I can't even see those stitches. And you go all the way around, and occasionally you encounter a pin, so when you get up to the pin, just remove it and keep going. And that's it.